When cooking pork, lean meat often becomes tough and hard to chew. I'll share a tip with you to make the slices smooth and tender, like tofu. Master the following techniques to ensure the lean meat always tastes fresh and tender. So tender that even the elderly without teeth can enjoy it. Take a close look at the surface of the pork loin you bought. If you see a membrane attached to the surface of the lean meat, you need to promptly remove it with a sharp knife. The texture of this membrane is tough, and after cooking, it gives a coarse and greasy taste, which negatively affects the eating experience. Many people rush to slice the meat, but in fact, this is not the best approach. The correct method is to carefully observe the direction of the meat's grain. When slicing the meat, make sure to cut across the grain rather than along it. Cutting across the grain means that the direction of your knife is perpendicular to the alignment of the meat fibers. Keep the knife blade upright and close to the meat block, then press slowly to slice it into evenly thin pieces. This slicing method is very particular. When the meat fibers are cut horizontally, they can easily break apart while chewing, preventing them from getting stuck in the teeth and significantly improving the tenderness of the meat. This is the core secret to making slices of meat as tender as tofu. Whether it's coarse textured beef, tender lamb, or everyday pork used in home cooking. This is a professional chef's trick. After slicing the lean meat, place it into a bowl for later use. Next, prepare the main supporting ingredients to eliminate the odor and enhance the flavor of the pork. Take a piece of fresh ginger that has been washed clean. Then slice it into thin pieces, about 2 to 3 millimeters thick. Ginger is rich in gingerol and volatile essential oils, which are highly effective at removing the unpleasant smell from meat. It is also an essential spice for deodorizing strong odors in home cooking. Next, cut the ginger into evenly thin julienne strips. Many people struggle with dry, overly strong-smelling lean meat when cooking. The secret is to use fresh ginger as a key supporting ingredient. Put the shredded ginger into a bowl for later use. Then take a few stalks of green onions. Slice them into evenly thick pieces. Now add them into the bowl with the sliced ginger. Next, add a spoonful of peppercorns. Then pour in some hot water. Once the hot water cools down a bit, gently knead and squeeze the mixture by hand to break down the cellular structures of the scallions and ginger, allowing their volatile aromatic compounds to be fully released. The sulfur compounds in the scallions work synergistically with the ginger. Together, they form a golden duo for removing unpleasant meat odors. Combined with peppercorns, this mixture completely eliminates the strong smell of the pork, creating a fresh and fragrant aroma for the meat slices. After mixing, prepare a bowl and a strainer. Slowly pour the ginger scallion pepper mixture into the strainer to filter out any solids. At this point, you now have a clean ginger and scallion water. Pour the ginger water into the bowl along with the sliced meat. Note, you should add the ginger water 3 times to ensure the freshness and flavor of the meat. After each addition of the ginger scallion water, gently mix the meat slices by hand. Then, rotate your palm clockwise along the edge of the bowl, while simultaneously lifting and tossing the meat slices in the bowl. This motion helps the slices fully stretch out and absorb the ginger scallion water like a sponge, allowing the liquid to penetrate every fiber of the meat, significantly enhancing its flavor and making it tender and juicy. It's important to control the amount of water added during this process. Adding small amounts of the ginger scallion water multiple times prevents the meat from becoming mushy from excess water, while also preventing it from drying out due to lack of moisture. Each time, just add 1 to 2 tablespoons, enough to moisten the meat. Once the third round of ginger scallion water has been fully absorbed, the surface of the meat slices will appear moist and glossy, plump and full in texture. Where are you from? Please leave a comment to let me know. Next, sprinkle an appropriate amount of starch into the bowl. Gently mix with chopsticks or your hands so that each meat slice is coated evenly in a thin layer of starch. This layer acts like a natural protective film, effectively locking in the moisture absorbed by the meat slices and preventing it from escaping during the next stage of cooking. As a result, the meat retains its soft texture and juiciness. The moisture won't evaporate, thus preserving the tender, fresh quality of the meat. After coating the meat, add a small amount of sesame oil, or choose a mild-flavored oil like corn oil. Then, mix and toss the meat slices in a consistent direction, allowing the oil to form a thin film over the surface of the slices. This oil coating prevents moisture evaporation and protects the meat from oxidation caused by exposure to air, thereby enhancing the juiciness of the meat slices. Try to avoid using strong-smelling oils like peanut oil or canola oil, as they may overpower the fresh aroma of the meat itself. Stir and mix until the meat slices have evenly absorbed the oil on their surface. Then, set the prepared meat aside and let it marinate for 15 minutes. During this time, the aroma of the scallion ginger water, the moisture-locking effect of the starch, and the sealing effect of the sesame oil will fully combine and be absorbed into the meat slices. Next, we move on to the main cooking step. Pour an appropriate amount of water into a pot and bring it to a boil over high heat until thick bubbles begin to form at the bottom and the surface of the water gently ripples. This indicates the ideal state for poaching and simmering. At this point, reduce the heat to low. The water temperature now stabilizes around 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. This not only prevents the boiling water from breaking the meat slices apart, but also ensures even heating of the meat. Add a small amount of cooking oil to the pot. Adding cooking oil helps the meat not stick together, keeps its beautiful shape, and is easier to remove from the pot. Take the marinated meat slices and gently add them to the pot one by one. As the slices enter the pot, the proteins begin to set, and the color gradually changes from red to white. Once the surface of the water comes to a full boil, quickly use a soup spoon to skim off any blood foam and impurities floating on top. These scum not only affect the appearance of the dish, but also contribute to unwanted odors, so it's important to remove them promptly. Once the meat slices are cooked through, use chopsticks to gently stir from the edge of the pot, flipping the slices to ensure even heating on all sides. Adjust the cooking time based on the thickness of the slices. Generally, slices that are 2 to 3 millimeters thick can be cooked in 2 to 3 minutes. When the surface of the slices has completely changed color and the texture has slightly firmed up, gently touch them with chopsticks, you'll feel a light bounce. That's when you should immediately scoop them out using a colander or strainer. Meat slices cooked this way not only retain their moisture and flavor, but also preserve their smooth texture to the greatest extent, avoiding the dryness and toughness caused by rapid cooking at high temperatures. The cooked slices are bright in color and hold their shape beautifully. Whether you're stir-frying them, using them in a cold salad, or adding them as the main ingredient in a hot and sour soup, they deliver excellent freshness and juiciness. The secret to recreating tender, juicy, restaurant-quality meat slices at home lies in these seemingly simple details. From slicing against the grain to preserve freshness, to using scallion ginger water to eliminate odor and enhance flavor, to skillfully coating the meat with starch and oil, and finally, slow cooking at a controlled low temperature. Each step adds layers of deliciousness to every slice of meat. Mastering these small tips will help you say goodbye to dry, tough, chewy meat and enjoy slices that are soft, smooth, and melt in your mouth. If you are interested, try it. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.